Did your parents make you believe? Nope. My parents did not. Exactly. And I appreciate that, Coin Square. Let's see, man. Haven't been on Twitch in a minute. How much is like 1,000 bits? I think that's roughly. I think bits equate to $1, or sorry, a penny a bit, or something like that.
Alright, I got my blades. Let me show you the power of my blades of doom! Whapa! No. Listen, little Miss Green Valkyrie of poop. Nobody wants your shit. What, really? Yeah,
This game is evil. Why, Bootleg? Why, Mouse? Why do you like watching me suffer?
Nope, not doing that. Okay, wait, that's what I was building. Okay. Alright. There's a square version. Which, you know what?
I appreciate all of you for being here. And yeah, we'll be right back. Really, you farted?
Hey there. You doing alright? You having some problems? Do you need some advice? Well, check out my podcast, Fajali Advice, where we do our best to try and help out others to be able to realize.
Spoiler alert for anybody who doesn't know, but Raya is essentially, what's her name? Tanith. Lady Tanith, who is the leader of the Volcano Manor.
Alright, there we go. Hey there, what's up everybody? Thank you so much for being here. I am live. We're playing a little bit more Digimon Stories Time Stranger. Hopefully we'll be able to beat the game today so that we can move on to Dispatch, because that's the next game that we're going to be checking out. And Firestone, thank you so much for being here on YouTube and on Twitch. I really do appreciate it. Whee. Yeah. Okay. I mean, honestly, that little sound alert it had to be there. It did. It didn't seem right without it. Okay. What the fuck is up, Inori? Why are you following? Oh, right. Okay. Although, you know what? Before we continue, especially it being, what is it? Being, shit. Sunday, yeah, and I don't go to work tomorrow. I'm gonna have and enjoy myself some Kava Haven. For those of you that don't know, Kava is actually, something that I have been trying out a lot lately, and it is actually meant to be it is a culturally significant drink that is part of many different ceremonies within the South Pacific Islands. But it is also a welcome alternative to alcohol. It works really well. It's pretty dang tasty, especially the Kava Haven stuff. It's got this really nice lemony tang to it with a ginger herbalness to it. Definitely still can taste the earthiness of Kava. And if you're looking for an alternative to alcohol without the drawbacks of a hangover, definitely recommend Kava, which you can actually purchase on TikTok very easily. I'm not selling anything on my live because I don't really want to space my lives around selling things. I'm just here to play games, but I also want to let y'all know about this. Now, if only you could get sponsored by them, right? I would love to be sponsored by Kava Haven. Alright, let's do this. Ha! Oh, let's do this. Oh, what the fuck? Waymon, Puppetmon, and Lilymon. I've never seen either Waymon or Puppetmon live. Oh, it's the who's lying scenario, you know? There are 3 gargoyles. One of them's a liar, 2 of them tell the truth. Although it's usually one of them's a liar and one of them tells the truth. There's not usually 3 of them. 3 of them kind of makes it easier when I think about it. Now all that's left is these fights and the 7 boss gauntlet. Yay! That's gonna be fun. Also, Dragon King, how are you doing? Thank you so much for being here. I do hope you're having a wonderful day. Appreciate you hanging out on my stream. Really? Why you gotta do my man Bacchusmon like that? Okay, I have this. Suck it. Yeah, use that. Alright, party of heaven. And for those of you that don't know, Bacchusmon, which is the Digimon that I just used to attack, is based off of Bacchus, the Lord of Wine and Celebration. Although you might know him by his other name. Let me double check to make sure, because I don't want to mix the two. Ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay, so Bacchus is the Roman name of the god of wine. The Greek version, which is derived from the exact same god, is Dionysus. Now I pull out my gun. Mr. D from Percy Jackson. Yes! Ah, Percy Jackson. Now that... That's a series, the books are always better. Same thing with Artemis Fowl. The movies for Artemis Fowl are absolutely foul comparative to the actual books, which makes me sad. Same thing with Eragon. What the hell did they do with that movie? I'm a little bit salty about that one because Eragon was one of my favorite book series because I love dragons, and all of a sudden we get a movie and it's that. Okay, we can do this. Now, when it comes to on-screen renditions of Dionysus or Bacchus, I think one of my favorite ones comes from the series. Hey, what's up, Erica? From the series, what's it called? Shit, fuck. The Magicians. Yes, if you've ever watched The Magicians, I actually really like that series. Even though the books, once again, are kind of superior, the series is done really, really well. And yes, Erica, I did shave all of my hair off, mainly because I wanted to donate it, and I tried to donate it. Sadly, it was pretty damaged from being homeless, so I just told them to shave it off because I'm going to grow it back out and take care of it so that I have a nice, viable donation. And hello, Mocha, I love you too. And what's up, Large Moose? Thank you so much for being here on the YouTube side as well. Let's see, I believe the term is Disneyfied. Yes. Let's see, yeah, I knew that, but it's growing so fast and well. Oh, okay, I'm not sure if I told you about that. I don't remember if you showed up one, if you were only here during when I had hair, and then you haven't shown up since I shaved it or not. I forgot. I'm sorry. All right, go on. Let's see, it could have been worse. Could have been Dragon Ball Evolution bad. Let's not talk about that. Dragon Ball Evolution, the Gundam live action, because there is a Gundam live action if you actually go check it out. And then there is let's see, one moment. There's actually two DBZ live actions, just so you know. There's Dragon Ball Evolution and Dragon Ball The Magic is Alive. And they're both terrible. I don't know if my opinion is important in this, but I think it looks very good. Well, thank you, Erica. I appreciate that. And what's up, Psych? How was you? How was your Thanksgiving? Well, my Thanksgiving was pretty dang awesome because while I was streaming for Thanksgiving, a bunch of people showed up and showed a bunch of support, including my buddy Firestone here. And I really appreciate it. I appreciate all of y'all for being here, for hanging out, and for being awesome. And you'll know you're awesome because I'm interacting with you. I probably fell off. Well, what's up, Harry Mac? Welcome to the stream. Look, even though Evolution was so bad it literally forced Rest in Peace to make something good. I mean, we haven't gotten a good live-action Dragon Ball movie. And I might be in the minority here, but I don't really care because just because people disagree with my opinion doesn't make me want to change my opinion because I'm not that weak. But I absolutely despise Dragon Ball Super. And thank you so much for that follow. Okay, next battle. Right. Next. I will be back. All right. There's no need for live-action Dragon Ball movie again. It's not worth the risk, to be fair. It's not. Well, let's put it this way: it's not going to happen because of Dragon Ball Super. Most anime studios, like that was them attempting to allow for an American studio to try to make a live action, and they failed. So Japanese studios are like, you know what, fuck it, we're gonna do it ourselves. We're gonna take control of that, and we're gonna choose the actors and everything, because America sucks when it comes to live action adaptations of anything. See, I like anime much better. I like parts of the anime, but the manga is much better. Gotcha. Let's see, in your opinion, what's better, Digimon or Pokemon? I mean, right now, Digimon, because Digimon isn't a franchise that is acting like a spoiled child and going after every single person that makes them look like they are not creative, like Pal World. And they can suck my dick for that. So, yeah, Digimon is way better. Because of that. Maybe if, you know, Nintendo and the Pokemon Company weren't acting like a bunch of lily-livered little bitches, I would give a shit about their stuff nowadays, but I don't. See, I like Daima because it literally returns to the root of Dragon Ball. And the thing is, Large Moose, you want to know why? You want to know why Daima literally returned to the roots of Dragon Ball? It's because Dragon Ball Daima was the last thing actually fully written by Akira Toriyama. He just wasn't able to get it animated and published before he passed away. Unlike Dragon Ball Super, that is done by Akira Toriyama's absolute failure of a apprentice, who does not know how to do story, who does not know how to do anything other than, hey, let's make Goku transform again. See, is that what happened with One Piece? Pretty much. When it comes down to the Netflix live-action renditions, they work directly with the Japanese studios that either created the series or are the animation studios directly working with the creators of the series. That's also why the One Piece choices for the actors actually are accurate to the characters. I do also like that. See, Daima, like I said, is Akira Toriyama's last written actual work, like actually done by Akira Toriyama, and that's why it's good, unlike Dragon Ball Super. Did you quit Rivals? Yeah, I quit Rivals because it's a terrible game with terrible mechanics. In all honesty, I'm not going to play a game where you get penalized in-game if you heal too well, if you get on the point too fast, if you kill too well, if you use your ultimate too well. And then you get micro penalties in-game that you don't notice until you start losing games that you know that you'd normally be winning. That's bullshit for a PvP game. And that's why I quit Rivals. But I'm also a fan of Super, and that's fine, you know? Like, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be a fan of whatever you enjoy. I'm just saying what I don't enjoy, which I don't enjoy Super. And I personally view Akira Toriyama's Apprentice as a failure because he can't do any form of actual story writing. It's just, let's give Goku another transformation. And to me, that's not good story writing. If story progression requires power progression, then it has already failed as a story. Let's do this. I think that's one thing that we as a species seem to have forgotten, is the ability to be okay when someone disagrees. I shouldn't have to like what you like for your enjoyment of it to be valid. But that doesn't invalidate my dislike of it. I don't have to like it, and it doesn't insult you because you're not, none of y'all are the creator of Dragon Ball Super. It's like, nah, that was the execs at Toei for Dragon Ball. Toyotaro makes the manga, and if I remember correctly, worked on Dragon Ball as similar fan manga. I see. For real, I like cheeseburgers, but some people don't like cheese, and that's okay. Exactly! Exactly! Like, why is that such a hard concept for people to understand nowadays? Why does everything have to be so polarized in every single conversation? That's the part that doesn't make any sense to me nowadays. Even when I was like, yay high, I was able to talk to people and say, you know, it's okay you don't like what I like. I'm still gonna like it. And nothing wrong with a little healthy debate now and then. Exactly, like there's nothing wrong with being able to have a conversation and bounce off of one another. Hell, sometimes that actually allows for the conversation to grow and people to gain a new perspective. How do you expect to actually learn when all you do is look for an echoing chamber in life? There's no growth in that. And the game is Digimon Stories Time Stranger. See, I think people started polarizing it as a joke, but then forgot that it was a joke along the way. It's like a really bad game of telephone. And yes, your eyes are not deceiving you. This Digimon literally does throw poop at you. It's actually technically waste data, but it's Digimon poop. I still love this attack. Kaboom, baby. Let's see. This game is everything Pokemonza should have been. Right? I mean, okay. Here's the thing. So I'm gonna do this quickly. I'm gonna do this. I want to show you something. This is a basic attack of a Digimon. And each Digimon has unique animations to even their basic attacks. Now I ask you this, from a multi-billion-dollar company like Pokemon, like the Pokemon Company and Nintendo, how hard is that to fucking animate for your Pokemon? Instead of a model nudge mechanic or animation, and then some weird other animation occurring in front of the Pokemon that has nothing to do with them doing this. Just say. Have you played Power World? Power World is actually the game that I've been mainly playing off stream. I've been having a lot of fun with Power World. A lot. And I plan on supporting that game for a while, because Nintendo can lick my knob. See, for some reason, when I make homemade burgers, I don't like cheese, but when I get it from restaurants, I like to add cheese. Okay. Fair. I'm gonna guess because when you make a homemade burger, you're working with good mince, you know, and good ground beef, and you're seasoning it properly. Whereas, depending on the restaurant, it's a Cisco frozen patty with a bunch of condiments on top. And I'm going to tell you this right now, from somebody who's been in the food industry for 15 years, and thank you, Shiver, for that follow. But coming from somebody who has been in, the food industry for 15 years, and yes, I do have a Twitch and a YouTube. I'm actually streaming on all three of them. The majority of restaurants, especially the restaurant chains that y'all eat at, are either reheating or cooking pre-made food that comes from either Cisco or US Foods, which all come from the same distributor technically. They're just the third party to the third party. And I'm not lying. This isn't some conspiracy. If anybody who goes to anybody who's ever worked in the food industry has ever worked in in any of those large chain restaurants, y'all know I'm telling the fucking truth. This isn't some, oh, the government's trying to poison you. This is just a general truth of the food industry. Them Cisco tenders hit every time, though. Don't get me wrong, they're good because they're full of, full of salt and pepper and sugar. That's the main thing that makes those foods desirable. Salt, pepper, sugar. 20 used in the food industry, and it's 100% correct. Exactly, Large Moose. You get it. U.S. Foods and Cisco, those are the main proprietors or the main foods that you are eating at every restaurant chain that you have ever gone to. I thought it was MSG that made restaurant food so good. No, that's see, that's the thing though. Not every item has MSG added into it, but technically, keep in mind, every food has the chemical composition that is similar to MSG in it, with salt, sugar, and pepper. It's roughly the same shit. I mean, it is a different flavor compound technically because MSG is a more rounded umami. And thank you, Toasted Toast Man, for that follow. I may use better ground, but I find restaurant ones better because I didn't have to put in the effort. Hey, I get it. I get that. Parmesan cheese has MSG. There is naturally occurring monosodium glutamate, which that is what MSG is, for those of you that don't know. MSG is monosodium glutamate. And you know what that pretty much is? A type of salt. Yeah, doesn't food taste better when you don't cook? It's cause you're not used to the aroma or something. I gotta be honest with you, I've never heard that. Then again, I used to be someone that was enamored with the food industry. I loved being in the food industry, but after 15 years of getting punched in the face by the food industry, I was done. Yeah. But I will say, me personally, cooking the food, for me, makes it taste better. Makes it more filling than going to the restaurant. But you also have to realize that, depending on the restaurant, I'm not saying all restaurants, it's like specialty burger restaurants, they have their own specialty patties that they make in-house. But a lot of the chain burger restaurants, they're using Cisco or US food patties, which those patties actually have a lot of filler in them. It's not exactly substantial protein. You know, it'll give you that dietary amount that they put on the menu, but that's it. And it'll get used really fucking quick. So, okay, the thing is, the whole MSG conspiracy actually started back in, I think, either 18 or, I think it was like, yeah, sometime in like the 1800s, when there was a really stupid article that was by a food critic, not a doctor, a food critic, that stated that a doctor told him this, that the Chinese food with MSG gave him headaches and nausea. It was all from an article that was a bunch of bullshit. And it spread like wildfire. All of a sudden, there was this misconception of what MSG actually is. Mocha got cast into Denzel Washington movie. I mean, here. Mocha. Mocha. Come on. There's Mocha. Right here. Here's Mocha. Hey, what's up, Ragtag Tripod? Appreciate you being here. Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? I love you. I love you. I love you. Right, what? Am I in the wall? Oh. Sorry, I wasn't looking where I was walking. We got Mocha going to Hollywood before GTA 6. Is it you're very knowledgeable, bring back Fajoli advice? So I'm thinking about bringing back Fajoli advice. I have to restructure it because, well, because I took a long break from it. No one is sending any requests through the Fajoli advice Gmail asking for advice. So I got to consider what I'm going to do with it, or how I'm going to do it. Ranga Tanga Bang. What if I send something in? I mean, if you do, you know, make sure you specify whether or not you want to be anonymous or not, and I will be more than happy to do an episode of Fajoli Advice just for the submission. The main reason why I took a break from it because I was going homeless and, you know, my ex, as well as the people who were my friend, who I thought were my friends but were actually a bunch of shitty people, were the ones that, you know, kicked me out onto the street and stole all my stuff. During that time, I stopped doing Fajoli Advice because, well, I didn't really have the means to do so. And as it stands, because I've been away for so long, I haven't done that particular podcast so long, no one sent in any requests for advice. But the email is still there in my link tree, and you know anybody is welcome to email asking for advice. And I'll anytime someone sends in a submission, I will definitely do an episode of Fajoli Advice for those submissions. You have my word. I'm back, sorry. No, you have nothing to apologize for, Eric. I appreciate the fact that you showed up. I appreciate the fact that you came back. And I do hope things are going well for you at work. And everything, you know? And I hope you had a good Thanksgiving. Same thing to you, Whole Mike Diggs, all of y'all. And what's up, Ian? For those of you that I didn't get to see prior to the Thanksgiving period and in between. If this is the first time I'm seeing you since Thanksgiving, you know? It was good? Right on. Glad to hear. Need my water. It was awesome. Hope yours was amazing too. Mine was amazing thanks to y'all here that showed up on my TikTok, YouTube, and Twitch streams. Because it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of people I could talk to, and the people dropped a lot of gifts, and there were donations, and I was really thankful for that. Let's see, It Shivers came from TikTok. Love the content. Thank you so much for showing up on my Twitch, Shivers. I really do appreciate it, you know. My Twitch and my YouTube, I'm trying to get my YouTube monetized, but now that I can, I figured why not go live on all three? Because it gives me a chance to expand my viewership. I just need to get people to come in. And Santana, I mean, it's not Thanksgiving anymore, but I hope you had a good Thanksgiving as well. Thank you for being here on stream. So you're a success then. Well, thank you, Largely Moose. Good idea. I've got this. And like I said, because I don't go to work tomorrow. You know, it's funny. When I ended my stream yesterday, I said I'll see everybody next week because I don't know why, but for some reason my mind thought it was it was Sunday, but today is Sunday. Hey, what's up, Misa? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. We are going to do another little serving of kava. Excuse me. Haven't been in your live like months. Well, I appreciate you being here. Never had kava. So kava is a very interesting drink. It is it's a great replacement for alcohol without the hangover kind of effects and that kind of sickness that comes with it. Although if you drink too much of it, you will still get the sick. But kava is also very earthy because of it. So it's something you have to consider. I am actually drinking a kava cocktail that is known as, from Kava Haven, that is a ginger lemon shot. I actually have a video and a selling link on my TikTok, in my TikTok library, because this is the first thing that I've actually endorsed and would sell, because it's good, it's tasty, and it works really well. The one thing that you will note, there's a bunch of different kava products out there, and some of them are good, some of them are miss. I will say one of the best ways to know that if it does work, one of the best ways to know it works is if you get numb tongue, because that's what kava does. It gives you numb tongue for a little bit, for like 5 seconds or something like that, before it actually starts to affect you. And you can kind of time it. It's roughly between 45 minutes to an hour after you've ingested that the kava will affect you. The effects will last for about an hour to an hour and a half, and then after that you'll be fine. Usually. If you mix it with alcohol, the effects will be not so good. I'll tell you that right now. Ooh, that's lemony. Use reversal on Alphamon to do more damage. Ah, yes. Okay, good idea. I know you have the ancient blade. Character reversal on Alphamon. Appreciate the advice, Dragon King. Of course he's got triple action. I definitely need to use that on you too. Alright. I need to use reversal on Bacchusmon as well. Best game ever? Definitely a great game. Like, Digimon Stories Time Stranger is something I absolutely love. So, Kava is euphoric. Yes, it's definitely a euphoric feeling. It's not something that has a hallucinogenic property to it. I mean, there are some... I know there are some, like, movies out there that have that, showing it like that, but it's nothing like that. It's very much so a euphoric feeling. You feel happy, you feel elated, you feel a little bit light, kind of loosey-goosey kind of stuff. But that's really about it. And of course, you know, too much of a good thing will lead to if you drink like a lot of it. You will so be careful. Let's see, 10 out of 10. I waited 25 plus years for this. I mean, this is a great game. It works. It's a great addition to the Digimon Stories saga. Because it's technically in the same world as Digimon Stories Cyber Sleuth and Digimon Stories Hacker's Memory. It's just a different digital world, because the digital world that you interacted with in Hacker's Memory and Cyber Sleuth is King Drazel's digital world. So the sword that Imperiojimon this is something I actually wanted to talk about. Imperiojimon Paladin mode is in fact a prime Digimon, and that is a personal term. It's not an actual official term. It's something that I use to describe the Digimon that were first initialized into the digital world as part of the Digital World project to be the architects of the digital world, to create the planes and the lands that would house the general population of Digimon that would be initialized after the Prime Digimon, or alongside the Prime Digimon. Now, the population that was initialized alongside the Prime Digimon are in fact include Digimon that are ancient, that have ancient data in them. And those are the Digimon that were able to use the Digimentals. And that's why there is an entire grid of Digimon, or different armor Digivolutions that could be taken. I've heard Kava helps with anxiety. I mean, that could be one or the other. It really depends on the person and their body chemistry and where their mind is at the moment. Sometimes Kava, because of the euphoric effects, could be somewhat overwhelming and could actually exacerbate someone's anxiety. So that is something to consider. I would not consider or recommend Kava to be an aid for anything. It is, in my opinion, strictly a drink more for fun, as well as a drink that has cultural significance. It is a ceremonial drink that is used by Fijians, Samoans, Hawaiian culture. It's not exactly used in Maori culture. It's mostly strictly, you know, the South Pacific, like Oceania and such. A lot of Polynesian. Yeah, Polynesian. See, I feel like you would love the Persona franchise. You should play Persona 4 Revival when it comes out. You know, my buddy Geisaphage has also said that as well, Letterboy. And welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here on the YouTube side. And for those of you that are here on the YouTube side, please remember to like the live, as it does help me greatly. I am trying to get my YouTube monetized. And I do appreciate all of y'all being here across the board, YouTube, TikTok, and Twitch. Thank you for those of you here on the TikTok side that have been liking the live, getting it to 2,100 likes. And for those of you here on the Twitch side that are hanging out and being awesome. Very knowledgeable. I mean, I get fixated on things, and Kava was something that a friend of mine recommended that I add to my daily regimen, not because that it has any medicinal properties to it, but more of a spiritual thing for me and my mentality. And in all honesty, I can say that introducing Kava as something that I do on the weekly, if not sometimes a little bit daily, I will say that it's kind of helped me work out a few things. You know, helped me work out the fact that most of my life I've been putting on a mask and changing my personality to try to fit in, when every time I tried to do that, I just felt like I was an outsider. Because guess what? We're not puzzle pieces. We're not meant to fit in. We're meant to just be. Where does one buy kava? So okay, so when it comes down to kava, I would recommend that you do your research before you purchase it. Now, the ones that I would recommend is look for Fijian kava that is dried, but not from kava extract. You don't want something that immediately dissolves, because that may or may not be kava extract, or maybe bunk and might not work as well for you. Natural kava that is dry, that is powdered and dried, is going to give you the most potent effect, as long as you learn how to properly strain it. But another one that I think is a little bit more approachable, as well as more accessible, because you don't need to go through the process of making kava from the powder that you would get, is this Kava Haven. It's actually really good, and in fact, I do have a video on my TikTok library. It's the only video that I have ever made that is selling something. I might actually pin it, but you know, I do get some kind of commission off of anybody that purchased from that link, I believe. But yeah, Kava Haven is actually a really good one in my opinion. It's really tasty. It is got this really nice lemon ginger flavor to it. Okay, anything to help take the edge off, as long as it isn't hurting anyone. Exactly. I'm gonna take your word and give that particular one a shot. I mean, let me know how you feel about it when you try it out, Home Mike Digs. You know, it is, like I said, for me, I actually really do enjoy that, and I think that Kava Haven is a great introductory kava for people to try out and see if they want to imbibe in it as a replacement for alcohol. Something that, if you do want to do your research, actually learn about the cultural significance of kava and the ceremony involved in kava, why there is a ceremony involved in kava, and maybe partake. And happy Sunday to you as well, Brad Roberts. Appreciate you being here. Hope you're having a good day. Let's see. Nobody else can be you, so logically you should be the best you can be. Ain't that the goddamn truth? I just asked Gruck about it, and I like what I'm seeing. Alright. Now, if you had one place you could drink scotch, where would it be? I mean, one of the places that are on my bucket list that I probably, more than likely, will never get a chance to visit, but I really do want to, is Ireland. Now, having scotch in Ireland is a bit of a faux pas. So if I were in Ireland, I would definitely do some Irish whiskey. But then again, I also do want to visit Scotland. I believe you'll be able to go there. I got faith it will happen. I appreciate that, Brad Roberts. I mean, I'm glad Jesus loves me, but I told Jesus, man, I only like you as a friend, comprende? If you want to hang, we can hang, but nah, you know, you can't just throw out the love. Me and Jesus, We barely even just met. I didn't know you knew who Jesus was, Slimy.
やるよライトニングシャー
Okay. Fuck. No, if that only goes after one, I will just do that. What?
ドラゴニックインパクト準備完了
Alright. Can we? I mean, these guys should be pretty easy. No. Do not. That is very much so a bad idea. Hold my dicks. Because, yeah, no. Like I said, kava is supposed to be a is a alcohol alternative. So much like if you're drinking alcohol, you shouldn't be operating heavy machinery or driving or going to work or at work. This is something that you should do at home, you know, in a setting where you are familiar. Just saying. Huh? What do you mean, largest moose? Alright. Nope. Shit. Fuck. Oh. Oh, don't worry. You can't talk to him. I got rid of him already. Put it this way, idiots like that immediately get taken up. And what's up, Will Jr.? How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, largest moose. Racist dumb shits don't last long on any stream. They usually immediately get banned, and I don't ever see those comments on my TikTok. Thanks to the comment filter. Although TikTok comment filter is a little bit arbitrary and stupid. So there are certain things that I don't see that I wish I could see too. Ooh. Let's do this. Probably won't do as much. Okay. Yoink. Kind of weird. Wait a second. I'll be right back. I'm getting a phone call. Let's see, what game? What's your video game bucket list? I don't know if I have one. Mm-hmm.
That doesn't sound like our company.
Yeah, no, Brian.
Okay. Okay. Alright. So sorry, everybody. I'm so sorry. I had to deal with that phone call. I apologize. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it was a work phone call. Mainly because apparently some... Please hold as this music plays. Yeah, no, it was a work phone call dealing with some racist backwoods hick that wanted to make a complaint about me, well, because of my complexion and what I look like. So, yeah. But thankfully it was all resolved, because when it comes down to being at work, I try to stay as professional as I possibly can, despite the amount of idiots that are out there. How is Lizardmon this strong? Exactly. The world is full of morons, unfortunately. Well, it's like Agent K said. A person can be smart and intelligent, but people are stupid, panicky creatures. They have crazy resistance? You're not kidding, Kane. I had to use Digimon that inflicted injury. Okay, I think No, I don't have anything that inflicts injury. Let's see, I bought the Digimon Adventure Try movies, and I heard there was a TV episodic series. Is it worth watching? If you're talking about the Digimon Adventure series, yes, Letterboy. It is worth watching. Just keep in mind that it has to be the Digimon Adventure from 1999, okay? Do not watch the Digimon Adventure reboot. I mean, you can if you want to, but the Digimon Adventure reboot is neither relevant, nor is it well done. It is, in fact, really bad. It is a really bad anime. It is a stain on the Digimon franchise, much like the Digimon Cross Wars anime, and that's mainly specifically because of the director, Masato Masuka, who is the same director for Dragon Ball Super, at least in the anime form. And that's why he sucks, because Dragon Ball Super sucks. And you can like the reboot, Kane. That's not gonna make me like it. I hate it. I think it's a complete stain on the entirety of the series. It doesn't have good pacing in its storytelling. It's really badly done in the way that they present the villains in each episode. And in all honesty, it was just a showcase of different Digivolutions with little weight to what those Digivolutions actually meant. And it's another reason why I don't like animes like Dragon Ball Super, because it's just about power scaling and the different transformations, which has no substance, no value, and doesn't add anything to any storytelling whatsoever. But that is how I feel. That is a personal opinion. Do I expect anybody to agree? Hell the fuck no. Do I expect to change your opinion? Hell the fuck no. Do I expect you to try to change my opinion? You better not, because guess what? Nothing anybody says will change how I feel about it, because I've watched it. I've already experienced it. And I fucking hate it. Shout out to Peakland Saga. I mean, Vinland Saga has been a very, very fun adventure. Let's see, rewatching the show makes me realize how far animation has come from then to now. Oh yeah, are you kidding me? The frame rates of Digimon Adventure in 1999 were roughly like 15 to 20. Do you like Frieren? I don't have an opinion on that anime, Moist, because I haven't watched it yet. I can't necessarily have an opinion on something that I haven't watched yet. So once I watch it, I'll let you know.
はあドラゴニックインパクトそりゃ
Stop healing yourself. You seem cool, you get a follow. Well, thank you, Kay. I really appreciate that. Okay. Alright, we're gonna have to character reversal you. Let's see. Digimon Adventure Try episodic series. Already watched Digimon Adventure. I didn't know that there was a Digimon Adventure Try episodic series. I only knew about the movies. I'll have to go look it up. Let's see. Would have recommended, but it's going on indefinite hiatus, so keep in mind. Wait, Vinland Saga is going on indefinite hiatus?
はあライトニングシャー
Have you played Arc Raiders yet? No, Firin. Oh, okay. No, I haven't played Arc Raiders yet, and I will be honest with you, Moist. No offense to you, or like, I'm not saying like nobody should enjoy it or anything. I just personally have qualms with Arc Raiders because there's AI-generated voice lines and such in it. That is already a huge problem for me. And then the community. The community seems to be really, really shitty. And the fact that there is already a outcry, there was immediately an outcry in the community for there to be servers that were PvE to PvP so that there was a separation, and that the developers did not respond to that want is a huge red flag for me. So, me personally, Arc Raiders is on the no-fly list.
クロスアーツ発射
It's like, I mean, when they left File Island to the server continent, the water was just a blue screen. Yes. Okay, you need to stop healing yourself. Let's see, the Digimon Adventure Try movies were split up into 3 episodes per movie in some places. Oh, okay, is that what it is? So that's not different from the Digimon Adventure Try movies themselves. It's just a version of the Digimon Adventure Try movies that are split up into 3 episodes per movie. But it's the same fucking content. Is that what you're saying, Digimon King? Yup. Okay, thank you. And Moist Durian, thank you so much for that follow here on the Twitch side and for coming over from TikTok. I appreciate it.
行くぜペンドラゴンズグローリー
But yeah, you're not wrong, Fire King. Like, older animation comparative to newer animation, you could definitely see a lot of differences. Although, I will say, there is a very specific genre of anime, or era of anime within the 90s period that, in my opinion... Hey, thank you so much for that sub, I appreciate it. But yeah, in my opinion, is a lot better than like a lot of the 3D blended animations that we're getting today. Like Studio Ghibli, you know? Nausicaa in the Valley of the Wind, Princess Mononoke, those were fucking amazing. Or even though it's a bit gruesome, Devilman. And I'm not talking about Devilman Crybaby, I'm talking about Devilman Apocalypse of Amon and pre-Apocalypse of Amon. Even though those were incredibly brutal animes, they were so well animated. Or if you want a really well animated and incredibly creepy that will make you paranoid and look over your shoulders constantly, thriller style anime, look up Perfect Blue. Or maybe don't, because it might leave you kind of scared. But Perfect Blue is a fucked up anime. Holy shit. Thank you so much for that moisture and your... Thank you so much for all those gift subs. Holy shit. You just made my week. On top of how amazing Thanksgiving was. Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really do. Thank you so freaking much. Hey, what's up, Trey Kaizen? How are you, my friend? I am doing awesome. See, I kind of like the feel of old animations, though. I do, too. See, Laura, it's been a while since I've seen your stuff appear on my feed. I mean, I'm still posting every day, Dejan, but what's up? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Okay, you need to die. Or, you know what is another anime that had such amazing animation just because of how exaggerated it was? G Gundam. G Gundam and its shining finger was fantastic. Oh yeah, no. There are a lot of Digimon that have appeared in a bunch of different animes and media in Digimon Stories Time Stranger. Time Stranger, I believe, features 420 or 410 different Digimon if you include the pre-order Digimon. I think, yeah, you might be shadow banned or something every time your video comes up. I like them. Well, I appreciate that. I'd love to see Chaos Gulismon in the game. Ooh, that would be great. But I don't think Gamamon is going to appear in-game anytime soon, mainly because it's one of the newer Digimon. What is your thoughts on One Punch Man Season 3? I haven't watched it, but I've heard a lot of disappointment about One Punch Man Season 3. That there is a lot of PowerPoint style animation that is showcased in One Punch Man Season 3. But I'll have to see for myself whether or not that's the case, or if it's the fact that One Punch Man Season 3 is more story heavy rather than action heavy. Because I'm not sure about that yet. Let's see. Funny how Digimon attacks go from hot bubbles to orbital lasers. I mean, that's why Digimon are one of the hardest types of characters to scale in the idea of power scaling. Because the majority of Digimon, except for some of the lower level ones, anything champion and above, a good number of them can and will rock the majority of verses out there, including Goku. Alright, we're so close. Let's see, had to explain to my friend how the Royal Knights solo his favorite verse. Oh yeah, no, the Royal... That's not even fair, Dejan! That's not fair! You can't use the Royal... Royal Knights destroy majority of verses, just like the majority of the just like the Olympus 12 destroy the majority of verses. That's just not fair. Sometimes you just need to drop an actual universe on somebody. Yeah, like Gurren Lagann. Or Grace Novamon. Or Proxima Mon. Or, you know, you can just drop the entirety of every single paradox that could ever occur within every single timeline and use that to rip somebody apart from the very fabric of their being, like Zed Millennium Mon can. Okay, this is not going to go well. I can make this work though, I think. Wish Zed Millenniumon was in this game. That's my guy for real. Yeah, but that would be so unfair. I mean, Millenniumon's in the game, just not Zed Millenniumon. Although, I don't know if you can actually get... You should be able to get Millenniumon. Titamon, round 3. Fight! You hit the wrong guy. That's right. Biatch. Okay, Oh, so I can nuke them with a galaxy, but send them to a pocket dimension sending them to a pocket dimension is too much. Pretty much. That's where they drew the line. That's where they're like, nah, you can't do that much. Yes, you can. Okay, so you can at least get Millenniumon. You just can't get Zed Millenniumon, which sucks. Alright, we're gonna do that one.
Pendragon's Glory.
That one.
Digitalize of Soul.
Take this. Is there a Digidestin who fully switched sides to evil and became an antagonist who couldn't be redeemed? Well, I know of a Digidestin who was technically an antagonist. I wouldn't necessarily call them evil, but they was definitely antagonist. But a Digidestin that was evil and could not be redeemed. No. So far, no. Well, no. No. Kurata. Kurata could well, he's not a Digidestin. Kurata just fucked with the digital world, and he was a scientist, and he can go fuck himself. But no, there hasn't been any Digidestin that's actually gone to that side, or hasn't gone like to darkness and was evil. We have had an antagonist Digidestin, which is known as Cool Boy, who shows up in Digimon Liberators, but also originated in Digimon Chronicles and Digimon Chronicles X. Takato was close. I mean, Takato wasn't that close, just because Megidramon showed up. Takatomon's Guilmon wasn't the same Guilmon that was the Digital Hazard. Takatomon's Guilmon was specifically created for Takatomon through the Diginomes giving him a Digimon. Let's see, Deltamon to Chimeramon fused with Machinedramon to get Millenniummon. Okay, thank you, Largest Moose, for that. Let's see. I'm Dragon King from Clock App. Had to come over because the app was funky. Oh, okay. Well, thank you so much for letting me know, Fire King. Because, in all honesty, it's hard to keep track of everybody's names across the different types of platforms. Just saying. And we're up to 3,500 likes here on the TikTok side. Thank you so much, everybody, for that. I really appreciate it. Rest in peace, Frigimon. Rest in peace, Leomon. Constantly. All of the time. Leomon just keeps dying. Even when he's Bancho Leomon, he has to die. Well, no. Wait, did Bancho Leomon die? Yeah, no, Bancho Leomon also died. Leomon just can't get a break. Leomon is the Yamcha of Digimon? No, not the Yamcha. I would say Sean B. Leomon is the Sean B of the Digimon universe. Also, I guess there was Ken, the Digi Emperor, but he did get redeemed. The thing is, so everybody wants to think about Ken as this person that was just kind of violently evil, but Ken was a victim of the Digital Hazards plan through, in proxy, Millenniummon, because Millenniummon literally not only manipulated Ken, but manipulated the events within Ken's life in the real world and caused the accident that got Ken's brother killed. And Ken was a victim. Hey, what's up, Scumsick? How are you, my friend? And the game currently is $80 USD. Wait, no, not $80. Is it $60 for the standard edition? I thought it was $80. I could be wrong. No, I saw it. It's I think it was $70 USD for base game. It's on special right now. Ooh. Ken was legit just a nerd with admin privileges. Hey, Digimon King. No spoilers. I haven't watched Beat Break yet. I have a mortgage. I have to pay mortgage, so I can't right now. Hey, I get it. I was only lucky because thanks to y'all, I was able to get Dispatch. Thank all of you for that. I really appreciate, y'all that are here hanging out and supporting me. It means a lot. I got you, bro. Thank you. Not me about to buy the deluxe edition just for the Cyber Sleuth outfit. It's not a spoiler, it's a prophecy. Ah, okay. Okay. Fair. Let's see, you think the Adventure 01 team went back in time? I think if the 01 team went back in time, would Joe enjoy his childhood more instead of studying? No, and there's a specific reason for that. Because of how Asian households are. Because Joe and all of them are from Japan, except for Mimi. Mimi is technically an immigrant to Japan, but still, they're all living in Japan. And because of that, even if they went back in time, even if Joe wanted to enjoy his childhood more, because of how Asian households were, especially back then, he would still have to study a shit ton. Oh yeah, no, the Digimon Stories Time Stranger game is independent in its story. Same thing with really every Digimon game. All of them are independent in their stories. None of them are direct sequels. Yeah, none of them are direct sequels.
ドラゴニックインパクト
What's up, L Suitor? Welcome to the stream. Time Stranger side missions go hard. What do you mean that? Yeah, no, we only speak we don't speak Spanish here. We only speak English. Sorry, dude. Can't help you there. See, Digimon's biggest problem is the lack of consistency and continuity. So, okay. So that's the thing. Now, a lot of people would think that, right? Largest Smoosh? The thing is, the inconsistency in continuity is just because each series is in its way episodic. But there is a somewhat way to kind of find somewhat of a timeline of how events occur, or what events or what series occurred first. Now, this isn't concrete, but I will talk about it. I have my own headcanon. This is a headcanon, all right? To what I believe is actually the timeline of Digimon based on series. Let's see, I got a notification that I got something for free. Moisturian here gave out a bunch of gift subs. No, I don't need to do that. The children aren't the main character, the digital hazard is. Well, it's more like there is no actual antagonist in Digimon except for the digital hazard. In some way, shape, or form, everything bad that has occurred, every antagonistical occurrence in Digimon is somewhat, in some way, shape, or form tied to the digital hazard and its plans to essentially destroy everything. Because the digital hazard isn't even digital. The digital hazard actually originated from a world of magic, specifically the world of Witchelmy, where medieval Gallantmon and many members of the Vortex Knights, as well as pretty much every Digimon that is wizard, that is a sorcerer type, or what was originally termed Demon Man type. Well, goodbye, bro. Take care. All right, you have a good one. But yeah, my headcanon timeline of you have a good one. Oh my god, Valric. But yeah, my headcanon timeline of Digimon based on the series goes technically Digimon Adventure, Digimon V Tamers. But we could also, push it back, or we could kind of take that out and just use the animes and movies that have come out. It would be the first half of the Digimon Adventure movie, and then Digimon Adventure 02, and then the second half, and then Digimon Adventure 02, and then the second half of the Digimon Adventure movies. Have you watched 02 Revenge of Diaboromon movie? I have, but it's been so long since I've watched that one. I know that's the one where Armageddonmon actually appears. Digimon Adventure 02 movie is the reason I discovered Smash Mouth. Nice. You need graphs and charts. I need lots of graphs and charts. But yeah, after that, it would go into the Digimon Tamers, because Digimon Tamers takes place right after the events of Digimon Adventure, of the Digimon Adventure movie. After Tamers, it would be the Revenge of Diaboromon, as well as the Adventure of Locomon. And then from there, it would be Digimon Evolution X and Digimon Chronicles. And then it would be Digimon Frontier. And then it would be Digimon Chronicles X. And then it would be Digimon Data Squad. Although it's arguable that Digimon Data Squad could have occurred just after Digimon Evolution X and just before Digimon Frontier. And then, of course, there would be Cross Wars, which is in its own universe, keep in mind, completely separate from all of these. And then Digimon Ghost Game. And then I need to watch Digimon Beat Break to see where that actually fits. Oh, thank you so much for that, Moisturian. You are so awesome. Appreciate you now. I don't have to renew mine and I won't get ads. It's kind of, and the way that we can kind of piece this together is the state of the digital world and what we see from the state of the digital world within each different series, and how Digimon talk about the digital world within each series, and small details that we get from things like Digimon Chronicles and Digimon Chronicles X. I mentioned those even though they're not animes or mangas, because those were something that we were promised but never got. And that was only because of the failure of the Digimon Pendulum X V-Pets. And the only reason that the Digimon Pendulum X V-Pets failed is because Bandai Namco failed to market them. And definitely, Moist is very much so the GOAT. But yeah, if the Digimon Pendulum X, which is my holy grail of V-Pets, even though I don't collect V-Pets anymore because my collection of V-Pets was stolen by my ex, if I ever get to the point where I feel comfortable enough with money to spend on it, I would love to restart my collection of V-Pets again. Because that was definitely my thing. Giggity. Yeah, they kind of dropped the ball on Digimon outside of Asia. Well, see, you would think that, right? But they also dropped the ball on Digimon in Asia, because Digimon, the V-Pets of the Pendulum X V-Pets, those were only available in Japan, and they still failed to market them properly. Which makes me want to slap the shit out of them for that. Did you know the first 3 Digimon movies got redubbed faithfully as their individual movies? Interesting. I did not know that. Just got to the point where Mimi got her crest. Ah. My OG Digimon cards got ripped up in 2005 and I'm still mad about it. I'm sorry, dude. That's bullshit. That's they dropped the ball anywhere. They said, I'm gonna let my fans do and keep my niche fandom. I can only imagine how amazing Digimon would be if they actually marketed it and they put more effort into it and they gave it a bigger budget. Yeah, no, Digimon would be so amazing. It could have easily eclipsed anything that Pokemon has offered us. Hell, this game eclipses anything that Pokemon has offered us. It's like, yeah, they made a Blu-ray remaster of the first 3 movies on one disc, but they aren't mashed together. Okay. I actually like that because the thing a lot of people didn't know within the original American release of the Digimon Adventure movie is that it was actually 3 separate movies that were part of Bandai Namco's art festival. And that's why each of the 3 movies are in 3 different art styles.
やるよライトニングシャー
Whoa, you forgot about Hey You Pikachu. Oh my god. Just like 5% of what they put towards Elden Ring or Ace Combat, and it'd be near unstoppable. Ain't that the goddamn truth? But this keeps Digimon humble and not turn into something like Pokemon. Don't get me wrong, I do get where you're coming from, Fire King, I really do. But there's a point where it becomes negligence rather than keeping one humble. You know, they're not giving Digimon the spotlight that it deserves, just like they don't give Gundam the spotlight that it deserves. Gundam as a franchise is amazing. The stories in Gundam are actually pretty amazing, but they're not showcased properly because Bandai Namco just wants to rely on the toy sales. Are you also playing Expedition 33? I was playing Expedition 33 and I plan to go back to playing Expedition 33 at some point. I want to do like a full-on Let's Play on YouTube for it. That's because with Gundam they keep popping out shows and models and not worrying about anything else. Yeah, but like they keep fucking the shows over. Like Witch from Mars could have been amazing if some of the art team could just keep their mouth fucking shut.
やるよライトニングシャー
I know the correlation doesn't equal causation, but
いいよ
the games for Gundam are ass. Exactly, the games for Gundam are ass. And you want to know why the games for Gundam are ass? There was one instance, there was one game where we got From Software to actually work with Bandai Namco in the very beginning, in the early days, before they started to work together again. But they worked together and they released one game in Japan, which was Gundam Unicorn. And because it didn't do as well as they wanted to, because once again, like Bandai Namco constantly does, drop the ball on marketing, they pulled the IP from Software. And you know what From Software did? From Software said, okay, you don't want us making your mech game? We'll make our own mech game. And you know what they made? They made Armored Core. Armored Core, the mechanics that were in Armored Core could have been a Gundam game. But Bandai Namco fucked that up too. See, sorry, my first message didn't go for some reason. I don't know why. It's really dumb when it comes down to TikTok's arbitrary comment filter. I mean, it does help with me not having to see the racist comments of the stupid people, but it kind of sucks because there are certain comments and certain conversations that don't go fully through because of it. Let's see, how would you like a Gundam Souls-like? I would love a Gundam Souls-like. We almost got a Gundam Souls-like. The closest we have to a Gundam Souls-like is Armored Core. Specifically, I mean, the other Armored Cores are sort of like it. They actually had a lot of the rudimentary Souls-like mechanics in Armored Core that they used when they were developing Dark Souls. They used a lot of mechanics from Armored Core. But Armored Core Fires of Rubicon, the newest one, is the closest we have to a Gundam Souls-like, and I would love for them to have done that. Alright, Yang, you have a great night. Thank you so much for being here. I do appreciate it. I believe a good mix of Surge and Armored Core to make a Gundam Souls-like. That would be awesome. Dude, the side missions they dump on you at the end almost made me give up. I mean, the side missions are actually fun, though, because there's a lot of lore in those side missions. And Ubu, thank you so much for that follow, and welcome to the stream. And yes, I am live on Twitch as well. I'm live on Twitch and TikTok and YouTube. I am trying to get my YouTube monetized as well, but yeah, I'm live everywhere, buddy. I enjoy all the side missions because, like you said, lore, I get 20 missions, but I don't care because, hold up, let me swap them. Alright. Let's do this. I know they don't have Draymond type there. How we doing? We're doing good. How are you doing? What's your take on Guardian Heroes? I played it when I was a kid on Sega Saturn, as well as Knights, but they made a remaster for Guardians. I don't think I've ever actually played that game. Let's see. Alright, now I'm here, bro. YouTube just tried to send me to sleep. What the hell? Well, I appreciate you being here on the YouTube side as well. Really, like I said, I'm trying to get my YouTube monetized. If you had to rank every Digimon series from favorite to least favorite, on the very bottom, you know, in the pile of shit that I wish could be completely forgotten, that I want to bury and never watch again, the Digimon Adventure reboot, the 2020 reboot, is at the very, very bottom. I could go to the bathroom and squat out a better Digimon series. Holy shit. Mr. Moisture, thank you so much for that gift. I appreciate those gift subs so much. And just above that, still on the bottom layer, is the Digimon Cross War series. Because the Digimon Adventure 2020 reboot and Digimon Cross Wars are directed by the very same person, Masato Masuka, who is also incidentally someone who worked as a director for Dragon Ball Super, which showcases how much this director sucks. Yes, except for the last episode, but the last episode was a collaborative effort. It wasn't just Masato Masuka, which is the only reason why it was actually fun to watch. And thank you for sharing the live, Noah, as well as for everybody who is liking the live. I really appreciate y'all. Never forget, Marcus enters a whole universe and knocks out 5 Malo Myotismon with just a fucking punch. All love and all appreciation and love to you, Moisturian. Thank you. Let's see, I would also prefer if Pokemon had voice acting. Do you think maybe the reason they tend to avoid voice acting is to get kids reading more? No, the only reason they avoid voice acting is because they're lazy as fuck. By the time we got to Game Boy Advanced, the Pokemon should have actually had voice acting and been saying their name, instead of the 8-bit sound file of distortion that we get for each Pokemon over and 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 over again. The only one that's ever been updated is Pikachu. That's it. Lazy and budget isn't in there. Oh yeah, no. I'm not blaming the grunt workers. I'm not blaming the people who are actually developing the game. I am blaming the board of directors, the CEOs, the rich fucks who run the companies. They're stupid, they make bad decisions, and they give bad budgets. See, I don't mind. I've been watching you since car living. Well, thank you for that. Like, that really means a lot. See, Pikachu has had a voice for his name forever, and Eevee does, at least in Let's Go. Yeah, but... And that's it, though. Like, we've been getting so many Pokemon games. We've been way past the era of voice acting in video games, and we still get that bullshit. The only things we've got is Pikachu and Eevee. That's it. What the fuck? And do you see this? This is an attack animation. Like, even for a basic attack, this is an attack animation. You see Agumon actually kick. What do you see in Pokemon? You see them nudge forward and some weird other animation occur right in front of them. Why is it that is still acceptable in a Pokemon game? And people paid $80 for Pokemonza. I'm just saying. Yes, the fact that people are complaining Digimon animation sucks, like, bro, have you seen your animations, right? How is the doggo? The doggo's doing great. Mocha is, you know, fluffy, happy, and a dog. She's my best friend. Pokemon has gone downhill, in my opinion. The new Pokemon is ass. Yeah. From what I've heard, the story of the new Pokemon is subpar, the animation is subpar. There's no update in the graphics, even going into the Switch 2. There's no updates in the graphics, and holy shit, Firestone. I thought you already gave me a Thanksgiving and Christmas gift. Thank you so much. I fucking love y'all. See, honestly, the Z moves from Sun and Moon look better than their attacks nowadays. I mean, at least with the Z moves, they put in some effort to the animation. That was the last time they put effort into the animation. Cannot be one-upped. Fucking hell, I love y'all. You're fucking amazing. Best thing you'll get from from Pokemon is them opening their mouths for a flamethrower or a laser. And how lazy is that bullshit? That's all they're gonna give us. And, okay, like I said, this is completely unfounded, alright? I'm not stating this as fact, but I'm looking at some of the new Mega Evolutions that you have to pay for to get with the DLC, which is bullshit already. Like the Zoran, the electric version of Lucario, essentially. That Mega Evolution looks like they used Pokemon Mashup to make that one, and AI generation. Like, the Mega Evolutions literally look like they're AI generated. That's how lazy they look. Let's see, Exam Examon over there nuking a continent for one guy, right? Alright, we're almost there.
いたしました。トシ。
See, here's the thing. I have no problem with inclusion. I have no problem with narratives and all of that, as long as it adds to the story and makes a good story. The thing that I have a problem with when it comes to inclusion is when it becomes a point of the story and it's the only thing that they try to use as what makes a character interesting. That is fucking stupid, and that is exploitation of that particular struggle. You know, that is exploitation of that struggle. Because guess what? I have friends that are trans. I have friends that are part of the LGBTQ community. And guess what? That's not the only thing about them. That does not define them as a person. That is just one aspect of them. And the fact that we have media out there that are showcasing people that are part of the LGBT community as that's their whole life, that's the thing about their personality, is sickening because they're literally just trying to profit off of that. And thank you so much for that gift sub, Ubu. Did you watch Stranger Things 5? I've been watching the new Stranger Things, yeah. In all honesty, I will say Stranger Things is a series that does inclusion right. Gotta pay it forward. Well, I appreciate that, Ubu. It was sick. It was amazing. I do hope, because obviously the play actually has a lot of relevance to season 5. But obviously we're not going to get a chance to see the play because it is a Broadway play. And they're probably not going to do a DVD version of the Broadway play anytime soon. So I'm really hoping that in season 3, in season 3, no, sorry, not season 3. Sorry, in the next episodes they release out in December for season 5 of Stranger Things, they kind of go into more of what was in the play of Stranger Things, so that we actually learn the relevance of what is in the play to the story. Mega Lucario already existed before Z8. I'm not talking about Lucario Mega Evolution. I'm talking about the electric version of Lucario. I forgot the name of the Pokemon. Zeraora. Yes, Zeraora. So the Mega Evolution that I was talking about that honestly feels like it is just 100% AI generated is Zeraora's Mega Evolution that's going to be coming out in the Pokemon's DLC. It looks really lazily done, it looks AI generated, and it looks really fucking bad. At least to me. I feel like they have to. Yeah, I agree. I feel like they have to go into what was in the play, seeing as most of us don't live in New York, and most of us don't have the money to go watch a Broadway musical. So in this game, how do you get Digimon characters? Is there a pay full form for characters? No. So the way that you get different Digimon in the Digimon games, and it's been like this for a while. you have to defeat them in battle. And when you defeat them in battle, you gain part of their data. Once you have enough of their data, you can use your Digivice or the convert function to create a Digitama and create a Digimon. And from there, you can achieve different forms of you can achieve different stats to be able to earn different Digivolutions. Yes, I did have long hair a while ago, but I shaved it off. I attempted to donate it. The hair was a little bit damaged, so it wasn't enough to donate. And I am working on growing it back out again so that I can have a good donation. I donated my hair when I was younger, and now I'm bald. Yeah, I plan on donating my hair at least one more time, and probably after that my hair will probably be a little bit too old to salvage properly. Who knows? We'll see. But I plan on donating my hair as long as I can, because there was a while ago, like a long time ago, when I used to work for Panda Express. And while I was working for Panda Express, there was a point where I had a little bit of pride in my work. Specifically because I got to volunteer through Panda Express for a very specific program that dealt with children that were children that were in the long-term treatment ward, meaning that they were probably not going to leave that long-term treatment ward. And it was known as the Rainbow Room. And this was before fucking Stranger Things. But this was something that, you know, it was a time where I actually got to meet a lot of work with a lot of these children, volunteer, and, you see how important and how much confidence something as simple as a wig can give to a child going through that kind of treatment. And because of that, that's the main thing that inspired me to want to donate my hair. Honestly, if the Mega Evolution looks bad, they should either not use it or redesign it. They have enough money that they could do that, but they're not gonna do that. Like, the Mega Evolution for a lot of the new Pokemon in Pokemon Z just don't really look that good. To me, personally. I don't like Fraligator's Mega Evolution. It looks really dumb. The Mega Evolutions in the DLC that have been leaked so far just look really... like I said, they look like they're AI generated. Chimecho's Digivolution just looks like they just added more extra body to the outside of it. Whoa, no, it doesn't... When it closes that mouth, it looks like a Totodile. And that's stupid. Mega Fraligator should have been looking like a brutal warrior of battle, or something like that. Giving Mega Fraligator a Mega Hood to look like a big fat-headed Totodile? It doesn't even look that good. I saw the Mega Evolution of Dragonite and I hated it. I will say, the Mega Evolution for Dragonite makes sense, makes sense to the to the evolution line of Dragonite. Because of, what it looks like, what it originated from, and all of that. But they could have made him cooler. They could have made Dragonite look a lot cooler. Here, my boy got love in the first time in like 20 years. Leave him alone. They'll never use him again. They didn't give him love. They massacred my boy. They disrespected Fraligator. They disrespected Totodile. That is what I see that Mega Evolution as a disrespect. And what the fuck is with the Starmie Mega Evolution? Hey, what's up, Breezy? How are you? Welcome to the stream. Appreciate you being here. Mega Evolutions turn me off of Pokemon. I mean, I like the first Mega Evolutions that they introduced. I wish those fluffy wings on Dragonite were on his back instead of his head. There is that, and I don't know. Me personally, for Dragonite's Mega Evolution, even if they went just a little bit corny with it and a little bit goofy looking with it and cutesy, it would have been cooler to me if they kind of played off of the Knight part of Dragonite's name. I don't know. There's a design there that I think they could have pulled off that would have made Dragonite look better as a Mega Evolution than something that looked like it came from Cardcaptor Sakura, but a rejected version of Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh, I know that one. It's based off of an old Japanese sci-fi movie. Still sucks, though. Yeah. Did you hear the French voiceover for Starmie? I have not. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I appreciate you, Breezy. Thank you so much. Bro, look it up. I will definitely look it up. Oh my god. Alright, everybody. We got so close to that little bit. Let's see, put those wings on its back and put some armor holding a spear. Like, right? Making Dragonite look like some kind of Valkyrian warrior would have been so much better. Alright. Either way, everybody, I do apologize. Thank you all so much for being here, for hanging out, for being awesome, for all of the gift subs today and all the gifts, for the interaction, for the likes and everything. I really do appreciate it. It was a lot of fun. Now, this is my last stream of this week. My general stream schedule goes Thursday through Sunday, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every week. Now here on the Twitch side, we are going to be raiding out to my buddy Cryptic FTW because I haven't seen them live in a bit. Thank you all so much for being here and for being awesome. 1 second. Alright, now we'll raid out to my buddy. Appreciate y'all for being here. Y'all are fucking amazing. I will see you all next time, alright? Appreciate y'all. Bye!